George is so mercurial. Where we meet George and where he ends up are two very, very different places.
As a woman, she really has no power and no purchase in life except through the men that she's married to or her male children. So I think that's what drives her. She's a voracious character.
She's a mystery, and Sandy's kind of represents a demographic of women, especially Irish women, of that period that I suppose we don't know about.
It was a wonderful, wonderful part to play because no two neurodivergent people are the same. He sees the world in a very beautiful and specific way, and his first love is nature. I have a special place in my heart for John.
Kit is, I think, a troublemaker, a little bit of an attitude, but I would hope that people see where he's coming from.
When I auditioned, the character description was tall, pale and unloved. So, a bit of that.
He was a very underappreciated monarch that maybe a lot of people didn't know about. Why that is, that's a very good question. Maybe if you watch the show, you might find out.
What was the wildest costume that you wore?
My wildest costume is probably the absence of a costume that I had in multiple of the scenes. Yeah, I'd say no costume at all was the weirdest. What is your on-set snack?
Mandarins, mandarin oranges, I love them, or clementines. I can't stop eating them. I always have a couple in my pockets. Do you have a warm-up before you start acting?
My pre-filming warm-up was to listen to Amy Winehouse's album, Back to Black, and remind my 8-year-old self what a great job I have. Okay, my question to the next person is, what's their most embarrassing moment on set?
I was like in tights and a shirt, and I think I was sort of dancing in some sort of provocative way, and the door popped open. The costume designer saw me, and it took me a long time to sort of redeem myself with her. If you could be any character in the show and live their life for a day, who would it be?
I'd be George, of course I would. I'd be George, yeah.
What would you do as George?
I think we know, right? So I want you to ask the next person what they'd do if they were the king.
I'm not saying it would be an orgy per se, but it would definitely be some drinks, some canapes, and there might be some epicuristic, hedonistic behaviours going on, you know. What would you do?